Happy Sunday, beautiful souls. So I'm not gonna start with a fake yawn and give you this whole morning fake routine. Look, I've been up trying to deal with this video and all the tech issues. And as much as I love the simplicity of editing on my phone, it's just starting to become a pain. I'm finally getting my downloads for this week's video, and yeah, I just need to find a way to get my content organized and off of my phone so that I can have a better system. Anyway, this past week has been good. I felt myself finally starting to get back into the flow of things, getting back to my routines while also creating new ones. I even showed up to my workouts, especially on those days when I just wanted to lay there and not think about much. But quite honestly, I have really been into just getting back to a space where there's some normalcy for me, where I can truly show up to my goals. And, you know, as I mentioned before, that this year is just all about discipline. And I've been trying to put the things in place so that I can stick to that. And so me getting back to my Sunday resets where I'm cleaning my home has been really, really good for just my mental health. And it's just been feeling, I don't know, I guess like a successful feeling that I've actually been showing up, and more importantly, showing up to this YouTube channel, y'all. Like, let me admit something. I was so embarrassed that I had created this platform, or, you know, kind of made this grand gesture that I was going to be here. And I just kind of like left y'all hanging. You know, there was a lot going on last quarter, and it just made it really hard for me to show up. And of course, I was still kind of in my imposter syndrome era and just not feeling like I could actually show up consistently. I mean, I had so much of an overwhelming watch and a lot of great praises and a lot of new followers, and it just put this pressure on me that I just felt like I don't know if I can really sustain this. So, you know, I feel like things happen for a reason, and me showing up now has been really, really good for me, and I'm here and I'm starting to find my flow. One of the things I have really learned about myself over the years is that I kind of have to, I can't force it, right? I have to be inspired to create in some shape, form, or fashion. And unfortunately, it took a heartbreak for me to get to this point. But nonetheless, it's all in alignment, and I'm here and I'm ready to dive in. So let's go. Alright guys, we're back at it again, and today, as I'm cleaning out my closet, I would consider this kind of batching two of my important home tasks. Let me put a hat on, because I be showing up in these videos really raggedy. But I like to keep it real. I actually did not wear neither one of these outfits last week, so I'm actually going to keep them here. This definitely takes one outfit off of the menu. I think it's going to be pretty sunny, cloudy, but mostly in the 60s, so technically fall weather. We'll focus on that. I guess start with some items that I have not worn, and I actually have a lot of clothes that are not in my closet because I just did some batch filming for Three-Way Wednesday, so I'm gonna probably have to go back and forth with that. Doubling routines, or habit stacking. So as I'm going through my house, there are a few things that I do. I did not show it today. Maybe I'll show it in another video, but we're talking about the closet today. So whenever I come into my closet and I'm putting up my wardrobe, cleaning things out, and getting ready to take my laundry out so I can go wash, I would usually stop at this time once I clean the closet and pick out my clothes for the week. I find that it's seamless. It just goes together since I'm already cleaning up and straightening up my closet and preparing to wash my clothes. It's just easier to go ahead and knock out picking out my clothes for the week while I'm in this space. But I had to pop in because I just finished this chapter. So I've been reading this book called Becoming the One. And funny story, my therapist actually recommended me this book about 3 years ago. And I didn't get it. I just kept it in my little Amazon cart for a while. And so I got it last spring because last spring, around April or so, is when I decided to get back in the dating scene. So I was like, maybe this book would be good for me at this time, but I did not pick up that book. I did not pick up that book until like sometime a few months ago in the fall of 2024. And I picked it up because I felt like now was the time that I really needed it. Or I felt like this book was probably what I needed. And at that time, I really couldn't figure out what it was. But now I realized, I think I was self-abandoning. Yeah, I think that's the term. I can put a word to what that was. And so I felt like at that time, this book would probably help me get through what I was dealing with at that time. And I've been reading this book really slow, like only a few pages a day. And I got to this chapter, and it talks about projections and healing your projections, and how it's called Understanding Projections, chapter 7. And this chapter gathered me, okay? Gathered me so much so that it's like I did not want this chapter to end, because I think this chapter really touched on me and just responding from a wounded place and acting out in a wounded place, from a wounded place. And this was just very much like, wow, now I see, some of the things I've done in my past. But the ending was so beautiful. It says that sometimes projections are really showing us where we are ready to grow. So it also validates that sometimes there are red flags, there are things that we see, and we just try to make this person or these people to become the people who traumatize us, right? Sometimes we are being shown where we are consistently self-abandoning ourselves, or allowing others to cross our boundaries, or where we're bending and changing ourselves to fit in someone else's life rather than being truly who we are. But the ending of this chapter is like, I have to read this last part, because this was the part that was like, it was just very much me, and it spoke to me in so many ways. It says, healing our projections allows us to step out of the drama and into a world where we can be of service. Yes. At some point in our healing, we have to go beyond ourselves and begin to give back. This journey is a preparation for you to come home to yourself, so that you can share your energy with the world in a way that is impactful, heart-centered, and in alignment with your soul's purpose. I'm just like, that paragraph alone was like, yes, and yes, because I do desire to show up and be of service, whether that is showing up to this YouTube video space, content space, whether it's showing up to the places that I go volunteer monthly, whether it's showing up to my job and my clients and whatever it is that I want to do. And to be able to do that with my whole heart, my mind, my soul, and to really like be tapped in and fully tuned in, I have to continue this healing journey. It is the only way that I can continue to project good light, good energy, and to really show up wholeheartedly, and to show up from a soulful space, if that makes sense. I know I probably just got really like churchy-ish on y'all, but this chapter was such a beautiful chapter and so needed and so necessary. And I just wanted to pop in and share that. So I'm actually looking forward to the rest of this book, just to kind of share a little light, not even a hack, but just kind of share how I bring in books. So my goal this year was to read 6 to 8 books. And for the first quarter, I'm not reading anything but this book. So I'm going really slow because the first quarter is usually jam-packed with a lot of things that I'm trying to do for my business. Now that I'm trying to find a flow for content creation and getting my daughter situated in her new school and her driver's permit, all of those things. And so I wanted to do something that was attainable. And for me, reading one book the first quarter of the year is attainable. And then I can, double up some of the other months where I don't have as much going on. So, I like to kind of always throw in something that will be helpful or useful for you guys. So if your goal is to maybe incorporate more reading, whether it's a physical book, I'm gonna turn the page girly, or if it's audio book, whatever the case may be, don't pressure yourself to read so many books at one time. I literally started off just reading 5 pages a day just to kind of get through this book. And today I read a little bit more because I didn't read a couple of days. I think I went 5 days without reading, and so I kind of just caught up to my reading today. But you can do it however you like. But that is one thing that I do try to incorporate, is just to make sure that I'm feeding my heart, my mind, and my soul. And I do that through reading books. I am mostly a self-help book junkie, but it is my goal to read at least 1 fiction book or maybe 2 fiction books. So if you have any book recommendations, make sure you throw some below for your girl. But other than that, I really do enjoy these books. I love enriching myself. I love learning. I love, most importantly, growing and just understanding myself a lot more. And, just so I can show up to be a better person in all aspects of my life. So, yeah, becoming the one. I'll make sure I'll link this below. This week for food, it's based off of what I had left, which was not much, but I pretty much created my menu based on what I had left. So that's one of the ways that I actually kind of create my menu week to week when I'm in my prep meal season. And I say season because I'm not always consistent with that. But, in my prep meal era at the moment, I pretty much build my menu based on the items that I have left in the house. I typically only shop for the things that I need for that week, so I don't typically buy a lot of things in bulk. And I try to make sure that I honor that, so that 1, I stay on budget, and 2, I am really eating the food and I'm not wasting anything. On this week's menu, I'm going to make some more salmon bites because this is just easy, quick to cook. I like simple, quick meals. I don't like anything that takes a long time. So I seasoned them yesterday, and so now I'm getting ready to cook those. I'm also going to make some ground beef. I'm just going to pretty much have like a rice and meat bowl, probably add a little cilantro. So it'll be a little taco bowl-ish. And then for my vegetables, I think I have a little bit of salad left, so I'm going to finish off the salad tomorrow. And then I have edamame and some broccoli. And so that's pretty much going to be my lunch and dinner. My snacks will be apples. I have some popcorn, just some kettle skinny popcorn. And for my dessert, I have these mini bars that I actually love. These are so good. And it's a very, very small, as you can see, it's like a very small ice cream bar. And so that's me just kind of like still getting to treat myself, but not overconsume. And that's like my last snack or dessert for the day. Of course, I am still doing my 9-ounce cup thing. If you may have saw it in the last video, I pretty much got this off of someone I saw on Instagram. I think her page is at iFlyDelta. I just came across her page and I didn't follow everything, but I just liked the idea of shrinking my portion sizes and kind of having something to utilize to put all my food in and ensure that that's what I'm eating in the moment. That was a very simple and minimal concept. And it honestly works. Like, I have been really staying committed to it for the most part, at least during the weekend. I kind of do my own thing and putting my food in there, putting it in my containers for lunch and for dinner, and then just going. And then as long as I'm drinking my water, it's actually been good for me. So I've seen some results in terms of just how my clothes are fitting. I can tell that the inches are starting to kind of come down a little bit, but I'm gonna get my lunch ready for tomorrow. Appreciate you guys rocking with me this evening. I hope that something inspired you, or I gave you some kind of idea on how to simplify either prepping your meals or just simplify your process of groceries. Or if you may consider the Kira way, I'll make sure that I'll link the ones that I have below, the exact system. I did get it from the Container Store. If you would love to support this channel, I would ask that you shop with the link, so that way I may be able to earn a small commission on that. Did I really just say that? Like, I feel like I'm an official YouTuber now that I've just kind of thrown that out there. Don't mind me. Yeah, I'm rambling. Let me go. Beautiful souls. So I've been home for a little while. We had like a residential social gathering, so I went down there and did that. And now I am finishing up dinner, which I am having my salmon and a salad. And so since the last video, you saw me doing my monthly date jar, I figured I would make you a part of the process of me picking out, I probably shouldn't put that in my mouth. Picking out my February date night. Let's see what it says. What are we doing? Because I'm also doing my planning session, meaning like I'm scheduling everything that I need to do this month, putting it on my smart tasks so I can make sure that I am honoring myself and honoring my calendar, which is helping me to essentially achieve my goals. Okay, so it says this month, what? Oh, okay, so that means I need to hear it in books. So I don't think I spelled it right, but essentially it's kind of like a dinner with strangers type of thing. I remember seeing it and I almost signed up, but I was like, So I went ahead and put it in here, so that way I could commit myself to doing it. And I think this is right on time for me. So I'm slowly getting myself back out there. I actually have some social engagement on Friday that I'm doing. And I'm actually trying to get out and do some kind of activity with my daughter this weekend. I'm kind of excited about this. So I'm actually going to try to book this tonight so that way I can catch it, because I think I think these are only done on Wednesdays, and I probably have to book it sooner than later so I can make sure that I get in. Hey, good day, beautiful souls. It's Friday. and I'm just gonna let you guys kind of see a little bit of my day in the salon. I just wanted to come in and give you an outfit breakdown. This outfit was pretty much what I picked earlier this week. It was me trying something different, which is this blouse that I would typically wear in the summer, springtime, and so I decided to layer it over one of my long sleeve shirts, and we put it on with my thrifted men's Levi jeans and my boots, my Dgi Pip hat, these earrings. I don't think she makes these anymore, but I'll try to tag another company that makes earrings very similar to these. Decided to kind of mix it up with some texture play, just my regular Michael Kors watch and bracelet, and yeah. So this is how the outfit came out, and just gonna kind of pick up, get ready for my first client, just kind of let you see how I typically operate in the salon today. Y'all, this is my lovely, beautiful, longtime friend, sister, auntie, rich auntie, client. Get it. Hey, 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 hey. Get it. I missed it. I didn't even record that part. God, I thought I was recording.
Nothing like a good cat eye. Nothing like a good cat eye. And a girlfriend to go along with it.
Girlfriend, this is what this is like my slogan for the salon. This is so thoughtful. My takeaway this week, that getting back into my flow could be the very thing that gets me through this process. Stay soft, and I'll see you next Sunday, beautiful souls.